Okay. Media madness. So this is a little complicated. NBC News has let MSNBC go. It's up for sale. You could buy it if you have the money. In fact, I know a billionaire. I'm trying to convince that man to buy MSNBC because I think you could turn it into something that would be positive for the nation. You have to fire 80% of the people there, but you can do that. But NBC still has a legal obligation. So whatever's done on MSNBC, you can sue NBC, the parent company, Comcast, out of Philadelphia. So now they got lawyers, NBC lawyers, watching everything because that place is a pit of defamation. So this week alone, they had to issue 2 on-air corrections. Go.
Last night, The Last Word reported on excerpts of an interview between the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and an Indian TV news network in which she said Trump was good friends with a world leader. Now, we said that world leader was Vladimir Putin, but the full interview was subsequently released, and it showed that Gabbard was referring to Donald Trump and the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi.
Okay, so you don't make mistakes like that unless you hate Trump, which that guy does. Okay? So you should get the full transcript. They don't care about that. But he was forced. They forced him. The lawyers, the NBC lawyers, to say that. Here's the second one. Go.
And the reason we put an insurrectionist and a rapist in office is because for the first time in our nation's history, a 30-year-old man or woman isn't doing as well as his or her parents were at 30.
I want to make a comment, though, just about a word that was used in this interview. Donald Trump was tried civilly and was found liable of sexual abuse, not rape. But the judge in the case likened his actions to rape, but the liability was officially called sexual abuse.
It's embarrassing. Now, what's really embarrassing is you book a guest like Scott Galloway, who's an irresponsible zealot. Why would you put that guy on the air? You know what he's going to say. He's a college professor. He's a radical leftist. Why would you put him on the air? Because you want to bash Trump. That's why. So I don't know. People over there, when you have 2 powerful organizations like this, like Disney and NBC, and you're every day running this stuff out, the corporations, and Trump has kind of hinted around this, that he's kind of fed up with this kind of stuff. So I hate to be repetitive. You know me, I like to advance. But something interesting happened on The View this week. Let's roll the tape on that.
I hate to make speeches, but my father, my uncles all fought in World War II so that we would not have a fascist in the White House. And this is what we're getting right now. And I can almost cry today for these people, these vets who are losing everything. Why don't the Democrats go out there and march and stop fighting with each other? I'm sick of it.
Well, I don't know, Joy, that they're fighting with each other. They're not fighting a unified fight. That is the problem.
All right. So look, number one, the vets aren't losing everything. That's ridiculous. Number 2, she says, I don't like to make speeches. That's like saying Trump doesn't like to make speeches. So Disney, as I just mentioned, what are you doing every day? Why? Why are you doing this? The minuscule amount of money you make on that show, you only got 2 million viewers, maybe a few more. You're not making that much money on it. It's crazy.